Welcome back to the final part of our Caravan Overland Show special. As we end things off, let's take a trip down memory lane, shall we?
The year is 1978 and yours truly is 5 years old. They always say your earliest memories are from roughly 5 years old. And this truly is one of my earliest memories. We're going to the Meerdale Holiday Resort in a caravan, very special caravan. It's mom, dad, and my two brothers, so there's 5 of us. What car are we going in? A Chev 2500. We didn't have the big boy, which was a 3800, and the real big boy, which was a 4100. We had the entry-level 2500. Entry-level caravan as well, Sprite Musketeer. Now it's well known that Jurgens has exited the market, and for a stage, Jurgens owned Sprite, Gypsy, and Jurgens. But today, it's only Sprite that remains, and behind us, the most incredible caravan. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. And sometimes I say, a legacy brand still counts. Sprite, Light Sprite, you are a legacy brand. When it comes to outdoor accessories, 4x4 Megaworld is the name that everybody knows. Cole, we've had the pleasure of speaking to you before, and we're speaking to you again today, but I've got to tell you, we're walking past the stand, and my colleague Jason sees a product that he just loves. I didn't see it. He says, look at the windows in this car. We're going to talk to you about that in a moment, but before we do that, Carl, 4x4 Megaworld, you've got everything. Tell us a little story about the brand.
Well, 4x4 Megaworld, like, it's a family, not owned business, but it's a family-run business.
Right.
We are all about family.
I love that.
It's about camping, going out as a family. It's not a husband thing or just a wife thing.
Nice.
It's a family thing. That's the basics of 4x4 Megaworld. That makes us proud of being 4x4 Megaworld.
But I think the incredible thing is, whatever the accessories that you need, it can be spotlights, it can be fridges, it can be a rooftop tent, you've got it. Is there anything that you can say in the country that you don't have that is needed, other than tires?
Actually, we do tires that we are not the, we've got a supplier
Right.
for tires, but we are the main supplier.
Right.
Again, like, you know what, we believe we are one-stop shop.
I like that.
That's what we want. Like these bags.
Yes.
We make them in-house.
Incredible.
You know, all our recovery gears we make in-house. And then obviously the import stuff that we've got. So we are lucky to be a one-stop shop.
Incredible. But now I said the company is well known. Everybody knows 4x4 Megaworld, but you're not standing still. Now we've got to talk about this incredible product on the Suzuki Jimny behind us. Who hasn't been outside and got into that incredibly hot car and just thought, wow, what damage has it done to my leather? What damage has it done to my dashboard? And it's just unpleasant to get into a car. You came up with an idea, or the team came up with an idea. Tell us about Sunshades.
Well, this is a Desert product. Desert sunshades, which cover the whole vehicle, front vehicle, back vehicle, which is protective, keeps the car cold.
Yes.
At this stage, we've got for the Jimny and for the Cruiser. Obviously, the Jimny these days, every youngster drives a Jimny. And I've actually had a conversation with one of the girls, and she says her car stands at the campus,
Yes.
and that's what she wants. You know, the cars, she doesn't want it. I mean, this is obvious. A good product.
Good. So I look at some products and I say it respectfully, it's so obvious that you ask how it wasn't done before. But now on a serious note, the Toyota Land Cruiser, super popular, Suzuki Jimny, super popular. From here, or we look at Ford Ranger, or we look at Isuzu.
All of them. That's what's nice about this company. If you think about Dion Frenter, the CEO of the
Yes.
company, he's got 2 young sons, which is growing. So the youngsters are coming through. We've been in the industry for years, but they're coming through and they're seeing stuff that we would never think about.
Incredible.
Small stuff like this. This will work, this won't work. You know, we keep on trying to move forward, just new stuff.
They say if you're standing still, you're going backwards. On your screen right now, you'll see the website address for this incredible company. Carl, every time we see you and the team, it's this warm, friendly smile, and that is why this company is so successful. Wishing you the very, very best, and may you go from strength to strength.
Thank you very much.
Let me be crystal clear, every single manufacturer at the show is brilliant. But then there's one that absolutely catches your eye. I love the name Cascade. I love the Cascades at Sun City, who doesn't? Rian, you've got a brand here that is not new, but relatively new, 5 years old. You've got to tell us a little bit about Cascades because it's not your first excursion into leisure world. You had Sensation before that, am I correct?
That's correct.
Share
Yes.
with us the story.
The story is I first built boats, and the reason why I built boats is to have my own boat. When I start building the boats, the achieving feeling, you want to do better.
Right.
And it just evolved to more and more and more.
Nice.
And after the boats came to a point where it was one of the leading brands in South Africa, the next challenge
Sure.
was just try Caravan.
Nice.
And the Sensation Caravan was also the first, I will say, competitive caravan against Jurgens, what was the dominating brand.
And I think we need to talk about Jurgens if you're Afrikaans, Jurgens if you're English. The brand is no longer. Am I correct in saying?
100%.
Now, that was a brand that had the market.
Yes.
Somebody like yourself saw, wait a second, there is room for a competitor. I think a couple of other people also saw it. But I believe today, I look at the Cascade, it's a level above whatever Jurgens was.
100% it is. The Jurgens brand was at the time the premium brand, but when it became corporate,
Yes.
then the passion is not there, and the end of Jurgens have opened a totally new entrepreneurial
Nice.
think and competition and better, and competing always make things better. And I think the standard of caravanning and off-road in South Africa have just won
Wow.
by competing against each other.
You're all raising each other's level.
Yes, and every year when you come here, you can't think that people are so
Correct.
innovative.
Incredible. Now on your screen right now, you'll see the exterior and the interior of these caravans. Tell me that this doesn't say, come by me. Tell us about the range. Let's start at the bottom, and let's go to the top. In fact, no, I'm going to do it the other way around. Let's start at the top of the range and work down. What is the top of the range?
So just to get a top of a range, what do we call it? And so it must be grand, so we just call it the grand.
Nice, nice.
And we got a genuine leather attach of it. We got spacious, we got proper yeast and hearse cupboards. A nice,
But I saw that, and again, sorry to interrupt you. Again, on your screen right now, you'll see left and right. There's no fighting with the missus, there's no fighting with the Mania. It's the little things, aircon over the bed. And sorry, you are talking.
yes, and then a nice dinette area.
Yes.
But feel luxury with a window next to you. You don't feel trapped in with a coffee station or spacious.
And now the bathroom. If you go camping, let anybody tell you, the worst part is using ablutions. A proper bathroom with a toilet, with a shower. Now, we are similar height, 1.83 meter odd. I can stand in that shower and there's 4 or 5 centimeters to spare. Something like that, how important is it to you in your mind for the customer?
What I've tried to achieve with a bathroom is if you go into your caravan, it must feel more luxury than the one you got at home.
Incredible.
And I think we did it.
But can I correct you? You said what we tried to achieve.
Well, what
Incorrect.
you did
You've
achieve.
achieved. Well done. Now,
Thank you.
on your screen right now, and we're going to come back to the entry level, you'll see, I want to get hold of you. You've got a beautiful website, I believe.
I hope we can improve it a little bit. There's plenty
Your
of room.
focus is on the caravan.
There's plenty of room for improvement on it. We haven't got a showroom.
Right.
We got a factory and we sell out of a factory.
Nice,
So
nice,
exhibitions like this is very important for us because this is our showroom.
Of course.
Year to year, as the next week we start looking forward
Yeah.
to the next year's exhibition. This one is our prime one. This is where
There's your next customer, by the way.
Yes. And also I think Humpy did an extremely good job.
No question.
I'm very, very privileged to be part of it.
So the absolute beautiful thing is, now you said you don't have a showroom, but you've got a workshop. I'm looking to buy this. I want to see how this Manier is made. I'm an entry level. Tell me if I want to start. Where do I start?
We got in the entry level the Cascade Rome
Right.
or the Bordeaux, a little bit different. The Bordeaux got a place where you can sit, put
Nice.
on your shoes, where the Rome you sit on your bed, but more cupboard space. You win one, you lose the
Of
other
course,
one.
of course.
And
You
then
can't have it all.
Yeah, and then the comfort, we got a single and a double axle.
Right.
And then we got a Bordeaux XL. What is a premium on the comfort? And then we got, of course, the Grand. And the Grand, we can also alter with solar, all of them. We can put solar and movers and coffee machines, whatever you need. And small alterations like drawers and things, shoes, racks and things like that.
Now, something I want to talk about, I always say the journey is part of the fun. Double and single axle, obviously to do with the weight, to do with the size of the caravan. If I say to you, how important is the difference between a single and a double axle in terms of towing comfort?
Towing comfort is one of the things, what definitely when you got a double axle and your vehicle height is right, it's always nicer to tow.
Of course.
But when you're off hook and you must go into small places, you're in a budget, you can't put in movers, you must make short times.
Single count.
Single axle always are the best. But there's one thing that people don't know, how much weight they put into a caravan.
Sure.
And a single axle very easy get overloaded.
Overloaded, sure.
You can put a 2.5 ton axle on, but the tires necessarily can't take
Sure.
it. And then you get blowouts and things like that. So if you are a heavy loader, go for a double axle.
So now you can see the gentleman truly knows his stuff. I'm going to put you on the spot. But it's going to be an easy answer. You respect all your competitors, I have no doubt.
Of course.
Love that. But if I say to you the best brand of caravan in South Africa today, don't tell me, tell the audience.
It is Cascade by far.
Motorhomes, caravans, trailers and tents. If you ask me which one sounds like the most work, it's definitely not motorhomes, but motorhomes cost in excess of R1 million today. It's got to be tents, but Donovan, you've got a solution for the problem that I called it, because setting up a tent is not exactly the easiest thing in the world. Tell us about your incredible, because as I saw it, it's an incredible concept.
Awesome. So yes, our company is called Cube Industries and AlphaGo Outdoor. AlphaGo Outdoor, we do the inflatable camper trailers you see behind us.
Yeah.
But one of our new products we've launched is the Cube air tents that you see behind us. So we've looked at every facet of camping and setting up and said, that sucks. We don't want to go camping.
You've been there, you've done that
We've
yourself.
been there, we've done that. We've chased each other with the poles around the campsite. So guys, everything we do is to make your life simpler.
Right.
What makes it unique? The tents inflate in 4 minutes with a portable pump that is
But now I have
USB-C
to stop
rechargeable.
you there.
Yeah.
4 minutes. I mean, that is super rocket fast, literally, that's rocket speed. How is that possible?
So we spend a lot of time in research and development. We have offices all over the world. And what we do is we look for simply the best products with the best function that are going to be of the best use to us. So the specific air pump that we use, we probably spent about 3 or 4 months testing different samples from different suppliers. And we launched our own brand of pumps called Lifted. And those specific pumps are guaranteed to have the highest airflow and the lowest failure rate, and that is what we use.
But incredible. But on your screen right now, you'll see the actual pump in question. I mean, the size of that pump, it's tiny. How is it generating that kind of power?
So there's a lot of turbines inside of
Yeah.
it. There's a lot of very good engineering, a lot of patents. And the cool thing is that you get that pump when you buy the Cube tent itself, but you don't just use it on the Cube. It's
Right.
got multiple attachments as well. So your air mattresses, your inflatable boats, all of those things can be used with that same lifted pump as well.
Incredible. Now, talking about the tents, everybody knows outdoor life is expensive, but the price of these products is super, super cheap. Now, I do understand you got a show special, but let's talk normal. We're talking early 30s, just over 30,000 Rand. That is not a lot of money for what you're getting.
Correct. So we always try to add as much value for money as possible. So we do bundle deals because
Right.
if you're going to buy the tent, you're going to want the awning with it. You want to have something to put under it with thorns.
Sure.
So we launched with the standard edition and a pro edition. The standard was just the Cube with the hand pump,
Right.
and the pro edition was the value upgrade.
Nice.
So with that pro edition, you had the extended awning, the thorn ground sheets, you had the electric pumps, extended warranties, and everybody migrated to that because that's the value for money. In terms of the price point, the normal retail for that Pro Edition is 33,000.
Right.
We have it on special at the show for 25,000.
Are you going to be running the special after the show?
We
as
run
well?
it till we're out of stock.
Okay,
We've
nice.
probably got 20 or 30 units left.
Nice.
We've been out of stock for 9 months since we launched.
Incredible.
As much stock as we ship in, there's a back order waiting list. So this is the first time you can actually go online and order it and get delivery the next day,
Incredible.
or collect from our warehouse in Centurion. In terms of the price point, I believe that we are very well priced in terms of value for money.
Sure.
If you look in Europe, a similar tent that is about 40% smaller without all of the upgrades is selling for around 40,000 Rand.
That's
So
incredible.
we try to bring value to the market and we try to just create a unique camping experience where you want to go camping.
But now there are two things I want to say around us. You can see an incredible amount of people walking past us, bearing in mind we're at his store. Everybody's intrigued by this. Now you spoke about size. A tent, with all due respect, in my mind, and a lot of people's mind, tiny and pokey. These tents are everything but pokey. What is the size of it? Because it really looks spacious. You've got a inflatable bed in there, incredible.
Yeah, so the Pro Edition, the Cube standard Pro Edition that we do, you have 3 meters by 3.5 meters by 2 meters inside.
And that's a lot.
That is huge, because that actually means you can stand up inside the tent. And because of the cube shape of the tent, what's happening is you're getting a lot more volume inside, because the bottom of the tent goes out at a 45-degree angle and out.
Yes.
So you're actually increasing the living space,
Incredible.
as opposed to a dome tent where it's decreasing living space. And the other thing is, people think, well, I guess you need to load it up in a bakkie because the bag's going to be so big.
Yes.
But if you guys cut away to the size of the bag, you'll see that it's actually the same size as a 4-person dome tent. It weighs around 30 kilograms with all those extras in it.
Incredible. So I'm on record as saying a good salesman is only a good salesman because he's selling a bad product. In your case, you are selling something exceptional. I can see how proud you are of something that you bring into the country that is superb. I say again, everywhere around us, people are looking at it. I want to get hold of you. The audience wants to get hold of you. How do they do it?
Awesome, thank you. So cubeairtent.com is our global website. We are available in Australia, Dubai, South Africa, and the UK. We have showrooms in Centurion, as well as in Cape Town, which is our head office. So yeah, cubeairtent.com, Facebook, AlphaGo, Outdoor Trailers. Have a look, check it out, follow us. We're always releasing new products, and we always have some really good deals on the way.
I've learned something today. To you and the team, and you go
Awesome.
from strength to
Thank you,
strength.
Michael. Appreciate it,
Thank you.
guys.
So I have the absolute pleasure of speaking to Sisu from the Nomad Group, Nomad-II, am I correct?
That's right,
But
right.
there's a special story behind this, and you're going to share it with us because you are the new owner of a few entities. You've got to tell us the story.
Sure. Well, yeah, it's a very exciting story. So I was a typical corporate guy, and I figured, hey, why not buy a company?
Corporate or leisure? Which one are you going to go for? I'm going leisure.
Yeah, and I set out to buy a company, and to begin, it wasn't necessarily focused on leisure or
Right.
motorhomes at all.
Okay.
I embarked on a 2-year search and eventually acquired a group of business from a family-owned 2 brothers, the Bowers brothers.
Wow.
We've incorporated as Nomad Group, and under our umbrella are 30-year-old Motorhome World, Bobo Campers, as well as the Parasol. And all 3 together are basically an integrated group in
Nice.
the motorhome industry, from rental, manufacturing, as well as wholesale and distribution of parts.
So you're talking about 3 incredibly well-known names, but now you spoke about the divisions, the rental, the manufacturing. Truly, you have it all. But now yourself, if I say to you, have you got an interest in the outdoor life? I'm sure now you do.
I do now. To be honest, I'm not an avid camper.
Okay.
And so a lot of the things that I've had to learn in this past couple of months have been quite exciting. We started off with a trip to Dusseldorf, which is sort of the big caravan, and they probably had 5 hectares worth of different things.
Incredible.
And like that alone just blew up my mind. Really, really excited to be a part of a growing, dynamic, and evolving industry. And I think as South Africa, in terms of the quality of our builds
Yes.
across the different product lines, we really punch way above our weight. And we keep that international standard as well.
Incredible. Now, you can see a dynamic individual immediately. You've obviously got incredible visions for the growth of this company. Because you spoke about buying it from the original owners, and to the original owners, well done. You did an incredible job for 2 reasons. You built a brand that the public loves, and you built a brand that Sisu saw an interest in. So if I say to you the growth of the company, that's got to be the key focus. I believe there's a huge market in this country that is untapped, and call a spade in the most positive way. White people, camp, they absolutely love it. But you look at the black community today, they're into boating, they're into motorcycle.
Right.
Are they going to be into camping soon?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we certainly bought the business because we're super excited about the growth potential. The 2 Bowers brothers have laid a very, very strong foundation in terms of we're a respected brand, we have strong facilities, we have strong IP. To date, we've been predominantly an inbound tourism industry,
Yes.
and probably sort of fitting a particular niche, even in terms of our demographic landscape. In terms of plans, we're really focused in helping to improve our fleet, increase our fleets, and a part of doing that is also improving the occupancy and the utilization thereof. And I think one of the key levers there would be around how do we bring everyone to join the party. And I think from that deeper localization focus, I think we'd be excited to see more different groups of people and cultures and ethnic groups also get involved. From a manufacturing plant, I think we've made a good stance in terms of exports. And I think it's the most sensible thing. Like I've said, we build a very high quality product, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be selling more of it out there. We have a very strong comparative cost position. And a lot of what we're trying to apply our mind to now is what is the ideal go-to-market strategy for that.
Incredible.
And for our Parasol brand, as you know, we carry some of the most exclusive accessories and parts brands into it. And it's going to be the normal stuff, right? How do we get on the road more, talk to more of our customers? How do we deepen our range and our assortment and put into play pricing ladders, good, better, best? Because right now we're pretty much at the top end of the range. But yeah, it's going to be the good old stuff as it relates to wholesale and distribution.
Love it. Now you've seen the ultimate businessman, the ultimate product, and I believe you the ultimate marketer. Off air, Sibusiso said to me, Michael, we'd like you to be the face of the brand. My story, I'm sticking to it, and we'd like to give you a top of the range Iveco camper worth big money and want you to drive it. Is that true on my line?
Why not? Let's do it.
To you and the team, the very best.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Mike. Cheers.
Tell me you like my choice of vehicle. Let me describe the 3 stages of exhaustion to you. First, you can no longer walk, and that is where I'm at. Why can I no longer walk? We've been here for 2 incredible days and seen everything that is incredible. Now you'll hear me say the word incredible many times, and there's a reason. When you've got the best show in the country, everything is incredible. The organization, the exhibitors, the food, the facilities, you name it. 2026 we believe has been the biggest year for the show. 2027 we are told is going to be even bigger. 4 halls this year, 5 next year, an increase of 20%. But what is the show about? If you're looking to come and see tents, trailers, caravans, top of the range, middle range, low range, you name it, they've got it. What was incredible for me was we spoke to exhibitors, we spoke to the public. Each and every person said, this is the highlight of the year. To Jan Haram and Humpy, the organizers, to say your report card says you can't do better is the ultimate compliment I can give you. You've nailed everything 10 out of 10. If 2026 was perfect, I look forward to seeing how you're going to improve on it. But knowing you, you will. Hope you enjoyed. We truly did. (1978), as I indicated, and we're going to Meerdale Holiday Resort. Okay, so take it again, okay?
Stop the divorces, stop the breakups, and make camping more enjoyable. So,
I'm going to ask him in 3 months' time, have you got an interest in camping again?
I hope we can do an aeroplane something.
Aeroplanes it is next.